Previously on Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Watch parts 1 and 2 to get the gist of this video. This is the last part, I swear.
A couple of chapters later, Raiden heads to Detroit to take action against World Marshal after finding a lead in the sewers in the previous chapter. With this cutscene, and other cutscenes following after, it shows a bit of gray morality, bending the laws to keep business alive, and on how killing the enemy seems to be helping, but is it really? I love how the enemy isn't as generic as controlling the world for the sake of power. It's a business that World Marshal has, and they're doing whatever it takes to keep that business rolling, no matter how unethical their actions may be. Later in the chapter, Raiden gets surrounded by holograms of Sam from the previous chapter. He explains how his actions may not be able to help his cause the way he thinks it would, on how the world won't even acknowledge what he's done.
Please, what do you really expect to accomplish here? Play savior to a bunch of brains? And what? Earn a medal? How many Mexican kids we got, or Africans we bury? The first world looks away. No one gives a shit.
Sam even gets in his head of how his killing may be more damaging than it is helping, making him question how violence is even the answer anymore.
Sure they're adults. Sure they signed up for this. Right on the dotted line of their BMC contract. Usually they're no strangers to war. Many times they were out of work and starving on the street. So yes, they signed up for surgery to fight God knows where. How else would you provide for your family when your country's embroiled in civil war? But they made their choice, right?
Then, Sam convinces Raiden to listen to the voices of the enemies the Nano suppresses. It's honestly a really intriguing concept, making the enemy listen to the voices of the people he's killing.
I've seen plenty.
Then listen. Those battlefield emotions that the Nano suppress. Listen to them.
There he is! Kill him! Can we take him? What's wrong? The way he killed all the others? God. Let's do this! This isn't fair. Little punk.
Listen closely now.
Die!
They have their own struggles. They show fear in their thoughts, despite how intimidating they try to show. This scares Raiden, and I believe anyone else would be in this situation.
I've nearly saved enough to bring Mama to the stage. Finish him off! Whatever it takes to move through this torture. Stop it!
After a really slow sneaking session, Monsoon appears, and I believe he's the best character in the game story-wise. He has some really deep philosophical beliefs, as funny as that sounds in context.
Free will is a myth. Religion is a joke. It's controlled by something greater. Memes. The DNA of the soul.
I'm sorry, what?
I laughed at this at first, but in hindsight, he's not wrong. When he says memes, he doesn't mean those funny pictures people share on social media. According to the dictionary, memes are described as an element of a culture or system of behavior that may be considered to be passed from one individual to another by non-genetic means, especially imitation. This is a concept that really hasn't been explored that much in any kind of media, with memes controlling everyone around them. And I really love it. It makes the player think alongside Raiden, and with the optional character dialogues, they go into this area much more, specifically with Blade Wolf.
Just as a parent passes on their memes to a child, so I was exposed to numerous influences. Memes I encountered on the web and through ebooks had their effects as well. As my mind grew, the weaker memes were sifted out, and the stronger ones endured. The resulting collection of memes is what you would call my intelligence.
Same as any of us, huh?
In a way, yes. However, I lack the instinctual skills your genes grant you. I am a slave to my memes.
It's really cool how seriously they handle this topic, and it's really strange yet fitting to have this theme in this game filled with cyborg slaughter and machine destruction. After hearing Monsoon's speech, Raiden really starts to get broken down morally. his beliefs twisting and turning with the sudden realizations that's swimming through his mind. At first, it seems that Monsoon succeeded destroying his morality, but instead, he unleashed something.
What are you saying?
I'm saying Jack is back.
Doctor, turn off my pain inhibitors.
What? This is madness. You
Do it!
All right.
Pain. This is why I fight.
And from right then and there, we have the best introduction to a power mode I've ever seen.
This is
Ripper mode.
my nature.
It's not really well demonstrated in this fight because it just feels like regular Raiden. But right after this fight, you'll be able to see its power in full glory. When activated, attacks aren't just more powerful, they sever the limbs of anything that comes in contact with them. It's honestly super satisfying to see, but unless you've upgraded your fuel cells to the max, it doesn't last very long. Look at this. But it's at least really helpful with dealing with more powerful enemies, like those freaking mastiffs. What the fuck? And there's one more thing about this game, something that was really cool at first, but was really annoying in execution. The VR missions. Throughout the levels, you'll be able to spot briefcases that could give you access to new VR missions, bonus levels that give you an objective to beat in a certain amount of time. And these maps can range from a lot of fun to frustrating. Like sometimes the times presented are really asking a lot from you with these times. Like, how is that supposed to be possible? But then as I was recording, it turns out that you can still use the secondary weapons in these missions. Like, seriously? No hint about this? At least with this knowledge, they would make the VR missions much easier. But there's a catch to this. Whenever you complete a mission with a secondary loadout, it gets saved for the next mission you choose. But if you change the loadout in the middle of a battle, lose, then retry, the loadout changes back to where it was previously. Meaning that in order to avoid this, you have to beat a VR mission with the loadout you need for the one you actually want to beat. This is just annoying, but at least you can do it with the easiest one, which is basically a turret level. I just love it so much. Overall, this game is just lots of stupid fun. It's the perfect game for people who just want a dumb, exciting hack and slash, and it's also a great love letter to the Metal Gear Solid series with its fun Easter eggs and hidden details.
That's my boy.
I know I left out some info here, but I did that so that you guys can try it out for yourself. It's that great. So if I were to give a rating for this game, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Thanks so much for watching, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys later.
I've got my own war to fight.